and Beck on 101.7 FNX. We have been, let's see, steaming hot country. We called stations yesterday and today, and we were steaming hot country for a while. But now we're back to our good old Radio Anarchy selves. It's Ty here with Henry, and Helena Bonham Carter is here this morning. Not Helena or Helena. Helena. Bonham Carter.
Helena.
Right. Oh, David Bowie, okay?
Yes.
My first question for you is, seen your work and really loved it, but I wanted to know, of all the people that you worked with now, if you had to be stranded for the rest of your life on a desert island, who of these four men you've worked with would it be? Would it be Mel Gibson, Kenneth Branagh, Daniel Day-Lewis, or Woody Allen?
How, would it be forever stranded on the
Forever,
island?
the rest of your life.
I guess. Well, I instantly thought of Mel, but I think I'd have to settle for Ken.
How about a week?
For a week? Well, then I could try Dan for a week.
Okay.
Where was Woody in that?
Yes. Well...
It sounds like you've already been stranded with Woody.
for more than a week.
Right.
How long did it take you to make Mighty Aphrodite with Woody Allen?
I was there forever, although it seemed like forever. Not because I wasn't enjoying it, but because I didn't have a very huge part. But I was there reshooting a lot of things, time and time again. So on the whole, it was from like October the 1st to December the 17th, the last week being in Sicily.
That's nice, working in Sicily.
It was very nice. It was a bit bizarre seeing Woody Allen out of New York.
I didn't think he could leave. I thought there was a law against that.
Yes, no, not quite. But no, you get to go to nice places in this business. It's quite jammy.
Well, when you were in Frankenstein with Ken, as you referred to him, Kenneth Branagh,
yes.
you met with kind of an unfortunate end in that movie.
I loved the end. That was really why I did it.
Really? Just that
the
part?
stitched up bit. Yeah.
Fleck.
Yeah.
Kind of gruesome.
That was great fun. Really great fun. Except it did require about 5 hours in makeup.
Yuck. If you saw Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
What do you do during makeup? I mean, can you do anything at all?
I listen to music. You listen to music. My naff.
Michael
music.
Feinstein, right?
Yeah, Michael. Well, it depends who else is in makeup at the same time, because obviously there has to be a sort of consensus as to what gets, played. I have notoriously bad taste in music, and
we're finding that out.
Yeah, we found that out off the air.
Mandy Patinkin.
Horrible, just the worst. Great guess, but wow,
I'm very
unhip. Yeah, well.
And if we ever want to find you in New York, we know just to go to the Rainbow Room.
Absolutely.
Right, there you are, a big smile on your face.
Yeah, bliss.
This is actually, I know you drove around, you went out to Nahant, didn't you, to see the ocean?
Just now, yes.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because this has become, in the past couple of years, a pretty hot area for music. If you go north of here, just a few miles, your old friend Kenneth Branagh, she had just completed a movie called Shakespeare's Sister.
Yeah.
Just a few weeks ago, in fact, left town. And a couple of years ago, the current movie, The Crucible, was shot just about 10 miles north.
With Daniel Day.
With Dan Day, my two desert
Winona. Do you know Winona?
Never met Winona.
No? There's no actors club where you guys go and drink beer or something?
Not
but do you know Daniel Day?
I worked with Daniel Day.
In a big way?
Dan Day was in Room with the View, who's my
that's right.
my
You
fiancé.
can't call him Dan, though.
Dan Day.
Dan Day.
You just can't
DDL.
do that. No, you have to say Daniel.
Is Dandy.
Daniel.
I know women right now would say, you just ruined the fantasy by calling him Dan. Sounds like the husband on Roseanne, There's just not much romance in that, you know what I'm saying?
Well, no, but he sort of suits Dan, if you get to know him. Mind you. Anyway, he's got all sorts of different sides to his character. I suppose there's a Daniel side and there's a Dan side.
And you've got this new movie that's out, right? Or coming out.
We're going to talk about that in a few minutes. We have to do some more business. I promise we'll be back in a moment, and we're going to talk more with,
I want to know about the new movie.
Helena Bonham Carter, right?
Yes.
Room with a View. That one, Howard's End was so... you could talk about that movie for about 2 days, the co-stars alone.
And you and I actually met when you did Lady Jane.
Yes, long time ago.
That was a long time. It was another lifetime for you, right?
It was another lifetime.
That was before you
knew
started
about
listening
David Bowie.
That was my youth.
Or Michael Bolton. We'll be back in a minute. You're listening. It's FNX in Boston, 101.7. There's a song for Helena Bonham Carter, who is in with us this morning. She wanted to hear Blondie's Heart of Glass, and we obliged on FNX. Henry's caught up in an off-air conversation, so we'll just let them go.
Getting to know Helena.
Are you getting to know her?
I am indeed.
We're getting
That's nice.
We have a, we both like Oliver Sacks.
Do you want to sing Getting to Know You or anything like that?
Getting to know you.
Now, we were talking about movies, and you do want to say that you saw something. Do you want to say that you saw that last night?
I saw Shine.
And you liked it?
I adored it. Absolutely wonderful.
Our movie gal Kat saw it, said the same kind of thing. Everybody, you got to see Shine.
Everybody.
One of those sleepers.
I've not heard one person, not enjoy it or think it's profoundly moving.
Well, I want to know about the new movie.
Well, hold on a second. We're gonna get to that.
Hold on a
No,
second.
we're gonna get to that, but I want to ask you one question about it, sort of, in a roundabout way.
Okay.
You've been associated with a lot of these merchant ivory productions, and there's some greatness in them, of course, but there's also the downside, which is that if you want to break out of that and do something else, and you sort of got to break new ground for your career. You have done that with this new one, Margaret's Museum, which I saw last night.
Oh, thanks.
It's definitely different.
It is definitely different. There's no doubt about that.
Now, why don't you tell people who've seen your work and stuff like Howard's End and Mighty Aphrodite and Room with a View, what makes this movie so different?
Well, on a superficial level, I look wildly different, I guess. Well, not wildly different. I look essentially me, I guess.
Same face, but that's about
same face,
it.
but I don't wear the frills and the corsetry. It's 1950s, set in a coal mining community in Nova Scotia, so it's a different social background. I'm Nova Scotian in it, so I've got a weird accent, so I sound different. I've got a runny nose. I generally don't look my best.
Here's an understatement. I saw it. Your hair is pretty wild.
My hair is shorter than usual, so I had no hair extensions. And it's yeah, I guess essentially that's the difference. And it's not obviously directed by Merchant Ivory, and but still, it's an art house movie. So in another way, I wouldn't say that it's so, I'm not doing a Mrs. Action picture.
A lot of people in our audience wait for these kind of movies, and they wait for people like you to be in them, to see you if you can do something very, very different. And you obviously did in this movie.
Well, I'd love to be given the chance to do something wildly different.
Is this something in your career you want to start a new sort of... I mean, I think of you like Emma Thompson and Vanessa Redgrave. It seems to me that you want to be like them and do anything and be known as a great actress. Is that true?
Well, I would very much like to be known as a great actress, but
not be
first have to earn
pigeonholed.
it. But I think any actor wants to be given as much chance to do, as wide a different kind of roles as possible, if only just to stop oneself getting bored. But then the other thing is, I'm sort of 30 now, so the ingenue roles and, all the innocent young romantic heroine ones are basically, I think, history, which I have no regrets about whatsoever, because I didn't, frankly, completely enjoy doing them, playing innocent and being the sweet, young and pretty one.
innocent,
No, I loathed it.
and your
I
face was
absolutely
porcelain.
loathed it.
Well, what attracted you to this film as opposed to other art house movies that maybe have come your way?
Well, one, it was offered me, and then two, I loved the piece. It's very difficult. It's rare to get well-written scripts anyway. They're far and few between. And then this one was highly original, and I'm a sucker for love stories, and it is a love story, but it has a very original and hard edge to the ending, as you probably agree with me.
Yes, I know.
Which we will not give away.
We will not give away. I will say this, though. I think you were pretty much the biggest odd couple, physically speaking, that I'd seen in a while.
There was a lot of eccentricity to the piece, and it was a sort of has a wonderful, gentle, lyrical, whimsical kind of humor, which I loved. And the central love story is between me, who's 5'3", and this giant man who's sort of 6'6", who's so big as that he seems to be invincible and indestructible and will not be killed like her brother and her father have been, down the mines. And I just loved the piece. I just thought immediately as I read it, I thought, I would love to play.
And the
Margaret.
entire film shot on location in Nova Scotia?
No, we had 7 weeks in Nova Scotia and 1 week in Edinburgh. So there's one point when I'm running to the mines, and that was in Nova Scotia. When I got to the mine, that was in Edinburgh. So
Pretty long run.
yes.
And the film opens February the 7th. It is called Margaret's Museum, and Helena Bonham Carter is the star of it, and she is broken out of that frilly dressed look, and your face is not porcelain in this one. In fact, it's smudged at times, and so are
Yes.
your co-stars. One guy comes into this, the one guy was in the hospital with the legs.
Yes.
Oh man, you
yeah.
cut out. You were cutting his pants, and
Yeah.
and that face was just about as ash covered and as coal covered as somebody could be. It's the
Yeah.
tough life of the miners. That's a lot of the movie
Tough life
explores
of the
that.
miners, but more so it centers on the tough life of the miners' wives. The women who are left behind. It's
Kate
pretty much-
Nelligan co-stars with you.
She's my
great.
mother. She's fantastic. Great part for her. Very funny. Very black humor.
You have managed to keep probably the best company of anybody I can think of in recent memory.
Yes, no, I've been very lucky with my sort
No,
of
it's not luck.
surrounding.
Come on.
No, a lot of it is, frankly.
There you go.
And honestly, in film acting too,
There you go.
it's sort of, such a reactive thing that ultimately, if somebody's acting well opposite you, then you're going to be okay if you just bounce the ball back.
What is it? What do you do during downtime between films?
Well, since sort of when you are filming, a lot of life sort of goes out the window. So I tend to try and do the living in between. There's all that maintenance stuff of life, which is so boring, like, you know, housey stuff and body stuff and, you know, mail and doctors and
Take
things
care of
I
that
have to
mail.
do.
We haven't opened
I
it in
have to do.
6 months. Come
Well,
on.
no, I haven't. That's the problem. And so I do that. And then other than that, I just sort of loaf around. I have no hobbies. I don't do very much, you know, nothing particularly constructive with my free time. But I talk to my friends and go to the cinema. And
So basically, when the filming is over, you just go home and chill out.
yeah.
All
chill
right.
out. Or I do
All right,
publicity
Chili.
tours, actually, like what I'm doing now.
All right, we'll look
Being a
for you.
publicity whore.
We'll look for you, you publicity whore, February 7th in Margaret's Museum. And please, by all means, stay till the end because it is a surprise. I'll just put it that way.
Oh, yes,
See,
absolutely.
I didn't give it away. You thought
No,
I was
thank
going
you very
to.
much.
It's 1017 FNX and Helena Bonham Carter on 1017 with Ty and Henry this morning.